Okay. Hello, hello. Hello. Okay. Hi. So tomorrow, if you didn't catch the Facebook message that I just posted, tomorrow I will be doing a Grammy sit. At least that's what I would call it. I think that's what she called it too. I'm Grammy sitting because she's having foot surgery on her foot and she won't be able to put pressure or anything on it tomorrow at all. And of course, where she lives is a no-go zone for communication via text or whatever, as far as the internet goes. So tomorrow I will not be available. So I went ahead today and decided to hop on here while I had a few extra minutes and do a live for you guys today. I forgot to mention something, and I didn't learn until today that this was going on. And the reason that I learned it is hilarious, and it'll all make sense when I explain it to you. But for some reason, I thought retrograde started this month on the 23rd, not the 13th. It actually started on the 13th. And I've had all these crazy things going on. My car quit working. Just all kinds of crazy things. Like I got not one but two bills that said that they were delinquent. I called on them. They're both like, no, you've paid. You're fine. And then today I had not one but two readings that did not go through. I couldn't find one of the people, and then the other person, I guess the dates got mixed up or crossed somehow. So two of my 5 readings today, I'm going to have to reschedule because there was an issue with communication. And so I thought to myself, I'm like, retrograde starting next week. I'm sure that that's what's going on here. And I thought, I'm just going to check just to make sure. And I checked, and sure enough, no, it started back on the 13th. So I'm blaming all the communication issues on retrograde because that makes sense, right? Okay, so I wanted to talk to you briefly before I pull cards for you about being gentle with yourself. And I feel like this is my theme all the time, and I say this all the time. But I was once told by one of my mentors that if you find out, if you want to know what message you're supposed to be sharing or what area you're supposed to be healing others in, it's the area in which you have struggled so much to heal yourself, on yourself. And that for me is accepting and loving myself. And so this morning I was doing a meditation, just your normal, self-guided meditation. And I decided to put my hands on each one of my chakras and allow that chakra to just talk to me, to tell me what it needed, to explain to me what I was ignoring about it. And by the time I got to just the second chakra, I was almost in tears because I didn't realize how much, even though I'm constantly aware and I'm constantly talking about taking care of yourself, loving yourself, listening to your inner body and your inner emotions. Even though I'm constantly talking about that, I'm also all the time ignoring it myself, and that's not something that I felt like I was doing. I thought I was kind of on top of that, but I put my hand on my stomach, which would be the sacral chakra, or as other people call it, the navel. That's the orange right above the root. And when I put my hand right up basically on my stomach, on my belly button, I was devastated because when I listened to what that area of my body had to tell me, it was, however you want to say it, so mistreated. Something that came to me was I'm trying my best to give you the stomach that you want, to give you the confidence that you want from your stomach or from your belly, navel area. And you constantly berate me and belittle me. You make me feel like I've done nothing for you, like I'm useless, that you hate me. And when we think about the area of our body that, as far as women goes, we're most uncomfortable, a lot of women are most uncomfortable with their stomach area. And when I just sat there and I listened to my body lead me into this really sad conversation that I had been lacking and hadn't had with it, I was just blown away. I was blown away. And so I want to encourage you to do this for yourself. Just one thing that I found, a lot of people say, well, I fall asleep if I lay down, and if I sit up, I can't concentrate when I meditate. So I have maybe a solution for you, something that works for me. I like to lay down because I like my back to be supported, and I have horrible knees, so it's kind of hard sometimes for me to crisscross applesauce. So I lay on my bed, but how I lay on my bed is I lay across the width of it so that I'm not laying in the normal position that I sleep, which would be vertically. I'm laying horizontally across the very middle of the bed. And I kind of lay my head back to where it's supported, but my chin is kind of up a little bit, just to kind of keep me awake, so my head's just barely hanging off of there. But there's plenty of support for my crown chakra. So that's just an idea. If you struggle with meditation, if you struggle with your position, that's what I do, and it's always helped. It keeps me awake most of the time. I prefer to do most of my meditating in the evening, but I've been trying to do something new, which is morning meditation, and I'm really liking it. So play around. Maybe you're meditating at the wrong time of the day. Maybe where you've been told to sit or how you've been told to position your body is just simply uncomfortable to you. And don't feel like you have to, it's taken me about 10 years to be able to have a meditation that lasts more than 4 or 5 minutes. So don't feel like you have to sit there for very long. I noticed my body had so much to tell me when I laid my hands on each of my chakras that I was there for quite a long time. So if that is the meditation that you're considering doing, prepare yourself to be there for a minute, unless you regularly listen to your body. Okay, so we are almost there. We are almost to Christmas, and as we prepare, as we get closer, I'm starting to feel a little bit better, knowing that Mercury is in retrograde helps a little bit to know why there's so much chaos going on, right? Remember, if you are a sign that is led by Mercury, if Mercury is your planet, then you're going to feel this a lot more. I believe that's Geminis. I don't know if it's Geminis, but there are a lot of other reasons why you might be affected right now. I mean, everyone is feeling this, just so you know, so it's not just one person, but heavily is usually Geminis. Okay, so I have 3 cards for you. And today I am drawing 4. This is weird, and I know it's crazy, but during that meditation, they kept telling me you have to talk about 21. You have to talk about number 21. And the way that they were saying number 21 was almost like they were saying a person, not a number, like number 21. I don't know. I'm putting it out there. I think that it's important. It's either going to be like your birth date, their death date, a date, an age or a time, or even a number that you might see all the time. So if you have some sort of deep connection to the number 21, or even a little bit of a connection, the special cards I'm pulling today are for you, okay? This isn't something that I necessarily want to start doing. With numbers, I wouldn't even know where to begin. There's so many, and we can go so deep. But for this date in particular, I can't say that I won't ever do numbers again, because you know how much I love them. But today we're sticking with number 21. So whoever that's for, just be aware of it. We have cards number 1, 2, and 3. Make sure that you're putting in the comments what your pick is. That's how you hold yourself accountable. Using your intuition to pick the correct card to guide you right now through whatever it is that you're struggling with most is great confirmation to you that you have what it takes to be able to do this. You don't need me. I know that puts me out of work, but I would be lying if I said that you can do exactly if I said you couldn't do exactly what I can do, and you totally can. So, yeah, use that intuition. Put those numbers in the comments, what you're picking. Okay. 1, 2, or 3. At the very end, I will read for number 21, whatever that is. And I would actually really like to, if you don't mind, in the comments, explain to me how you connect to number 21. Because I feel like I would like to be able to interpret that better and understand why I was led to do that today. So, okay, let's get started. Thursday, the 21st, this week, I have the last Zoom of the year, I think. Yeah, the last Zoom, Mediumship Live Zoom of the year. Tickets are super low. I'm almost positive we're almost sold out. I know we sold a few more today, and of course we only sell 25. So if you are interested in hopping on that live and possibly getting a message, then I would get your ticket like yesterday. This Saturday we are doing the candlelight service. So I feel bad saying service, but I also feel weird not saying it because while it's just a normal mediumship event, it's no different. It is a time when I personally prefer to reflect on our loved ones and their presence in our life spiritually. And it's a lot softer. Of course, we play music that's softer and just kind of pay homage to the coming of Christ. And I don't know. I really enjoy this particular mediumship event each year. So if you don't have something going on December 23rd, this Saturday, I know that a lot of people have family stuff, but if you don't, come out, have a drink with me, and let's toast to our loved ones, okay? All right, here we go. Number ones, you got the review and contemplate. Okay. So a lot of people seem to think that getting this card is rough. It's a bad one. Not at all. In fact, it's the exact opposite. This card wants you to basically sit back and look at all that you've accomplished. I don't know why I'm sharing this, but I usually always pick a card for myself, and this is actually the one that I picked today. Number 1 was the number that I picked. But oh my God, Erin. I hope you don't get in trouble for skipping Christmas. You're not alone because Barb is skipping Christmas too, and I'm starting to feel bad. That's not what I want, but I am excited to be with you guys. So anyways, number ones, you got the review and contemplate card. This card's all about, we just want to let you know, your guides, the universe, your spirit guides, your loved ones. We just want to let you know how incredible of a job you've done thus far. You are not giving yourself enough credit. And it's kind of putting a stop in your flow of manifestation. What they want you to do is sit back and contemplate how far you've gotten since your past, how far you've gotten since your present. So, and a lot of people, they look at present differently than I do. I usually like to view the present, depending on what I'm talking about. I like to view the present as like 2 or 3 days ago, today, 2 or 3 days in the future. This is all present, right? Because we usually have some sort of plan that's taking place. We're aware of what's going to happen in the next few days, right? So I consider that present. They want you to contemplate where you've come from, how far you've come, the things that you've gotten done, and they want you to apply that to the next step in your life. And so this could be a situation where you're having trouble getting clear on what your life purpose is, or you're having trouble getting motivated to begin what you already need to do to get started on the next leg of your life, on the next chapter. So divine life purpose can go all different ways, and that's basically what this card is telling you. It's like your divine life purpose is starting now. Everything that you've done up until this point has been leading up to your divine life purpose. And so congratulations, you've made it. We're proud of you. We can't tell you enough how grateful the world is to have you. But we don't want you to get distracted. We don't want you to get caught up in how other people think that you should be moving forward, or how other people think that you should be tackling this next chapter of your life. They desperately want you to be you. They want you to move forward and consider how you're going to plan things out, and the decisions that you're going to make on your own. And the reason that they want you to contemplate the past and the present is to prove to you that you have the life experience to move forward in this part of your life. You have the life experience to make the correct choices. So stop fucking second guessing yourself. And it's so funny that I'm telling you this, and I also pulled this card for myself because this is like the third or fourth card. This is also a major arcana card, so this is a big turning point in your life, FYI, if you weren't aware. But this major arcana card is something that I've gotten repeatedly for the last week or two. So something I struggle with is trying to consider everybody else's thoughts and feelings and emotions without being a major bitch and saying, no, this is how I want it to go. And so I am as you would say, recovering people pleaser. And so I think it's really, really important that I tell you that from this point on, from this moment forward, you and me are going to move forward, and we are not going to give a second thought to the decisions that we make. Instead of considering everyone else, we're just going to consider what we think is best for us. We've earned that, okay? All right, number one. Number twos. Here you go. Let's see, Four of Abundance. The Four of Abundance is a fantastic card. However, it does ask you to step back, and thank you, Jennifer. I'm so glad. That's good to hear. Aw, that's awesome, Angelique. I'm happy. Okay, so Four of Abundance is the card where your guides basically ask you to step back and look at your relationship with your finances, with money, with how you view monetary things. And usually this card comes in when we're having issues on one end of the scale or the other. Either we're spending money too much or giving it away too freely to those who are taking us for granted, or are never going to learn the lesson that they need to learn until we stop giving them money. Or we are being too stingy with money, or we're just on the brink of having something beautiful and amazing happen abundance-wise, but the universe needs us to give a little bit more of ourselves or of our time in exchange for that amazing thing that's about to happen. So it's one or two. It's, we're either way over here where we need to stop giving so much money, or we're way over here where we're constantly concerned about not giving enough money and we're holding on to it too tightly. And there's something to be said in the manifestation world about holding on to money too tightly. I've always tried to go by the rule that I give as much as I take. So, I'll do 3 or 4 readings for payment, right? For work. I mean, I have to put food on the table. But then if I'm out somewhere with a friend or a girlfriend and I'm sitting next to her and her mom starts to come through and I'm like, I really just want to have this wine and enjoy my life, I will stop, set that time aside, and I'll give them the message. So try to give as much as you receive, and you will almost always end up on the balanced end of receiving from the universe. The other thing that this card can sometimes mean is sometimes our heart isn't open enough to the idea of receiving money or giving money. And so it can be like, well, if our heart isn't open enough to giving money, well, that's our instant block, right? And I know that I was just talking about this, but I feel like I was talking about this in the mental state. I kind of want to talk about it in the heart chakra, in the heart state, in the empathy area. If our thought process is, I can't afford to help anybody, I can't afford to give, then the universe is going to say, you're damn fucking right you can't, and we are not going to help you out. And it can be little stuff. Just the other day, I gave away like a $300 egg chair to this precious family that was, they have a little autistic boy. And my daughter, this is really big deal for my daughter because I told her she could have half of the money. She got that chair for Christmas. She's the one that wanted to sell it from last year. And so I said, we'll give half of the money away. And I decided, I sat her down and I explained to her, this is an opportunity that we have to give. Making this money off of this chair is not going to make or break us. And I feel like it's a wonderful opportunity to give. And she said, it's a wonderful opportunity to make money, and I don't think we should miss it. Which I thought was brilliant. But at the same time, so we had a nice long conversation about it, and it was just a great opportunity and learning opportunity for her. And so when you have those opportunities, make sure that you step into them. There's a reason that's been put in front of you. On the opposite side, giving too freely because it hurts your heart to see someone that you love struggling mentally and emotionally because they don't have enough money. I would like for you, if that's the issue or if that's what you're dealing with, I would like for you to step back and look at maybe your purpose in this person's life isn't necessarily to help provide for them, but it's to teach them. It's to teach them how to provide for themselves. It's to teach them how to budget their money better, that type of thing. So just keep your heart open either way, and your hard work and investments will be a complete success. That's another thing that this card means. As long as you are on the balanced end or sides of giving and receiving. All right, card number 3, you got the Guardian of Abundance. Lots of abundance going on here, which I think is beautiful considering that we are at Christmas time when, it's the best time to give, right? So this card is all about, once again, incredible success. Is it more or bigger? Does it mean more than the last card, number 2? Yes, it actually does, because this is the Guardian of Abundance. This isn't the 1 or the 2 or the 4 of Abundance. This is the Guardian, which basically means it's a suit card. So basically, this card is telling you, you are ready to move forward. Things are going to go incredible for you. You're going to have excellent success. There may be some unexpected job opportunities that come with this card. Be open to accepting those. A lot of times we'll ask for things and then we'll forget that the biggest part of asking for those things and being able to receive them is taking action. This isn't woohoo stuff. This is something that we are meant to learn, something that we're meant to do. And this is the law of attraction is what this card basically boils down to. So you have to act on whatever the opportunity is that's being sent to you, okay? This card also indicates that someone with an amazing career, so it may not be you, but it could be someone close to you, is involved in a situation that's going to affect your life. So if this isn't you, then it's someone who can assist you with these incredible opportunities, career-wise, job-wise, a lot. And I feel I hesitate to say job or career-wise a lot of times in these cards, because if you don't work right now or you're not working or you're retired, I want you to remember that when I say career or job, I want you to turn that around to life purpose. So someone may be attempting or about to, or maybe already has, given you an opportunity to fulfill your life's purpose. And you're going to do that with excellent, incredible success. You have integrity. This card shows you that you're a hard worker. I mean, this is just a great card. It's like you earned it, so take it. Step up and take it. It's a great card to get. That's number 3. All right. So number 21s. I know, so weird. I'm going to try to go back through here real quickly and see. Okay, Britney, as a business owner, holding on to incoming money and not branching out of fear of the risk of failure. Card number 2 resonates really well. I hope 21 does too. Okay, awesome. All right, 21. My sister's husband just died on October 21st this year, and my aunt's death date is December 21st. We are coming up on 5 years. We've been with our mama fighting cancer, and in the doctor's offices, the water faucets keep turning on. Oh, I love that, Charity. That's so cool. That's awesome. Girls were murdered on November 21st, James. Okay, 2015, got it. So this card would definitely be for each and every one of you that I just read. I mean, 100%. I truly feel that way. So let's go ahead and get to it. This card is the Six of Emotion, and James and Cheryl. I don't know if Cheryl's on here or not. I hope she is. James and Cheryl, I want you to really listen to this card. Okay. I'm just going to read this card verbatim. I'm not even going to give you my intuitive feel. I mean, I will when I interpret it, but I'm going to read everything that this card says. Okay, cool. Cheryl, I'm going to read this card. Listen to this shit. So, Six of Emotion. Memories can fill your heart with many emotions. It's important to remember your past accurately without seeing it as better or worse than it was. Whoa. It is important for you to remember your past accurately. Was it better or was it worse? It doesn't matter. You just have to remember it accurately. A lot of times around this time, we'll get stuck in the thought of, I'm not even done reading, but we'll get stuck in the thought of Christmas just isn't the same without them. Perfectly acceptable response. Makes sense. You bet. And it wouldn't be. It totally wouldn't be. But they want you to also remember the rough times. They want you to remember the times that were frustrating and stressful and annoying so that you remember that you still have some of those things going on now. They just want you to experience your past without any embellishment. And let me finish. Okay, so let me finish. People you used to know may return to your life unexpectedly. Children could be an important issue, or you may have issues with connecting to your inner child. So this card is essentially all about children, right? How crazy is that? So if it's okay, Cheryl, I'm going to explain. Cheryl and James lost their beautiful daughters in 2015 on the 21st. And this card that I pulled is a picture of children. And the card is basically all about children. It's about experiencing issues right now during this time, during this period, where you feel like your children, you're reminiscing about what it was like to be with them, or you're reminiscing about what it was like to just be a child in general. So I pulled a second card for you, number 21s, and I want to share it with you as well. Detox your friendships. Okay, this is interesting. So number 21s. This is from the cards you got me, Erin. This is from the abundance deck. Your abundance flow is being affected by people with whom you're spending time. So before I finish this, James, I just read your comment about my niece and nephew have been staying with us. I am not talking about your niece and nephew. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. And you know what? When I say this, I have to give homage to Spirit, because I want you to spend time around Spirit too. And I'm not saying pass over or crossover. I'm saying connect with them, talk to them, have a conversation with them, especially if they're the ones that you would have went to because they constantly lifted you up, right? So please seriously consider removing anything negative within your life. And I kind of feel like intuitively I also want to say, if people are telling you it's time to move on, or I understand that you're upset, or if you're even feeling like they think that about you, chances are they do. Your intuition's probably on point. And maybe it's time to step back. Because what I've learned over the years is grief is not something that you get past. Grief isn't something that gets better with time. It's something that imprints you, and your entire being, your personality, your soul, your relationships with everyone else, it becomes a part of who you are. It isn't who you are. It's, grief and losing someone that you love isn't all that you are. That's it. You're nothing else. But it is something that you carry on. And if I had to Um, if I had to find an analogy for this, it would be like winning the lottery. Let's say that you won $3 million, right? And then you get payments of like 25 grand a month or something for the rest of your life. And I know that that doesn't make any sense. I'm just throwing things out here. Um, you may have won the lottery 20 years ago or whatever, but it completely changed your life, right? Obviously in a much better way than grief would, but I'm trying to give you an analogy here. It completely changed your life, and it was something that you moved forward with, that you continue to live with, that continue to affect your life and the ones that you love. So if someone is telling you that you need to get over grief, or you need to get over the person that meant the most to you that you lost, oh shit, I'm even talking about a cat. If you had a cat die, I mean, these beings leave such an impression on our lives that they continue to live on through us. So the idea that grief counseling can change you, or grief, time can heal grief, is such bullshit. And it's just like any other energy. In my opinion, grief changes form, just like we do as humans. So it may start out being completely physical, where we are weeping and bawling constantly, 24/7. Um, but then it may transform into something we use to help heal others. It's still there, it still hurts, but now, 30, 40 years down the road after their passing, we're able to use that pain, just like I said in the very beginning of this video, we're able to use that pain to help somebody else, and that's how it transformed. So I just want you to know how much I love you and how amazing each one of you are. I want you to take some time tonight, if you don't mind, or tomorrow, to lay hands on your body and listen to how your body feels. Like I said, when I laid my hand on my stomach, and there were I laid my hand on all parts of my chakras of my body, but when I laid it on my sacral chakra, I was almost in tears at how I have treated and made that part of my body feel. So consider doing that. I hope that you have the most incredible holiday, wonderful Christmas. I hope that I get to see some of you on the 23rd, and if not, maybe on the 21st for the Zoom. And I hope that each and every one of you have a wonderful holiday season. Just know I'm with you, but more importantly, your spirits and your guides and your loved ones are with you. All right, I'm going to get off of here. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you next week.